it is impossible to not clown on Dave Rubin. It is impossible. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're conservative. It doesn't matter if you're a magatard. It doesn't matter if you're a liberal, a leftist. It doesn't matter. None of it does. Dave Rubin is so easy to clown on. And lately, this channel, Dave Rubin Clips, just posts the funniest compilations of Dave Rubin saying the dumbest shit. And this one was especially fitting because, as you can see, I wore my X-Files shirt today. Something I got when I was... was it for my 18th birthday? And this compilation has the X-Files theme song music behind it because it's Dave Rubin giving off all these like dumb conspiracies. It just proves that so many conservatives, as long as like the talk show host's mouth is moving and they're hearing the like constant flow of buzzwords, they're happy. Orwellian, communist, socialist, Democrats, the left.
This is it. What once was science fiction is now reality.
Whoa.
This great reset phrase has been being bounced around on Twitter a lot. It's not something you're going to hear about in the mainstream news, at least yet.
There it is, first buzzword. That's another one that keeps conservatives listening. The mainstream media won't talk about this. Don't they even say shit like that on like Fox News?
Won't hear about it until they've accomplished all of their goals. It's like, this is not made up.
What is he talking about? And I know that this is edited, so we're not going to take it too serious.
It's like, this is not made up stuff. I keep seeing that they're saying
this isn't made up science fiction, guys. Like, this is actually my legit political beliefs. Can you believe it's not science fiction, right?
not all of them, but we're seeing like, 90% of the hospital beds in California are overtaken. SoCal and LA, all the hospital beds are overtaken. There's 2 hospitals that I live about 10 minutes between, and I drove by both yesterday, and they're pretty much empty. I did not go in and check every bed, so I'm just telling you what I can see on the outside, which are pretty much empty parking lots and the lines for COVID testing that are completely empty and everything else. So it's just like, what's going on here?
I'll tell you what's going on here, Rubin. It's a really fascinating thing that happens. People get dropped off at the hospital. All these hospitals are packed, but the parking lots seem to be empty. Curious. You reach a whole new level of Dave Rubinism. So stupid, you don't understand something this basic, so then you just use it to further divulge a conspiracy theory. It's like, it just shows where this guy's mental state is.
Weeks before an election, they make it harder or more confusing to send out a message, to amplify a message you believe in. So when I saw it on my phone the first time, I thought my phone was having a glitch or something, because they also didn't even send out a message. I happened to see the reason they're doing that is they don't want certain information to travel as fast as it can or it would with you know.
Yeah, they want to deter false information from spreading as fast. And also, it was very clear on how the retweet button was changed. I saw things announcing it, but whatever. Maybe Dave Rubin just doesn't go outside that bubble. Again, it's like, I don't understand something, conspiracy. I don't quite understand. Why is the retweet button different? I bet George Orwell himself coded this. Clearly, it was more of an IQ test than anything else. They were probably like, yeah, if conservatives are believing in this COVID hoax bullshit, they're not going to be able to figure out how to retweet for at least a week and a half. And by then we can just switch it back.
This is literally George Orwell's 1984 newspeak, that we will change the meaning of words so that no one will ever be able to have a sensible conversation with.
The definition of a word has been changed. This is George Orwell. Definitions of words have changed literally forever. That is using the word literally correctly, Dave. When you say something is awful, everyone knows that's something that was bad, gross, whatever. Awful actually used to be a positive thing. People used to say something was awful as a positive.
Truth will have no meaning. It will be impossible to speak the truth because we won't have the words for it. Newspeak, we won't even remember what happened yesterday, the memory hole. We will be in a world where regulators will be constantly confusing us, so no one will know what's going on.
Dave Rubin, Stop Tripping on Acid Live 2021. Hey everybody, today the color of the day is orange, but orange actually looks like green. The regulator is here to distort everything and confuse us, everyone.
We won't even remember what happened yesterday, the memory hole.
You know how when you get bullied in school, kids, and it's like you get your face shoved in the toilet like a fucking swirly? It's going to be like that, but a memory hole. It's going to be like a nightmare where it swirls your and you wake up the next day, you don't even remember. Dude, go write a movie script, because some of this bullshit could actually be cool as a science fiction movie, but stop with the weird ass appeal to current day politics with like these science fiction references and stuff.
So I tweeted that out, and then I said, you know what, I bet I could post a picture of Alf and a poop emoji, and it will get more retweets than that. And my picture of Alf and a poop emoji got something like 3,000 retweets and 10,000 likes, but that didn't trend. Now, all of this is, without getting too insider baseball, it just shows you that they are messing around with us.
They're messing around with us. No, they're messing around with their privately owned tech company. And yeah, sometimes actually they do curate the trending page, but to my knowledge, it's still based on trending tabs. It also depends on the area. And also, Rubin, I'm sorry, 3K retweets is not fucking enough to trend. What? I've gotten 3K retweets before, pal. Why didn't I trend?
Ways that are unimaginable.
In ways that are unimaginable. The only people that this will actually appeal to are people that already believe this weird dumb fuck bullshit, and then they'll listen to what Dave Rubin says just for their own confirmation bias. It doesn't have to sound smart or insightful at all. It's just, yeah, the left is manipulating me.
So they're telling you we are using...
My brand new merchandise is now available at grabmymerch.com. Stop looking ugly and start looking swell today. And now you can use promo code UGLY at the checkout and get 15% off your entire purchase. Go over to grabmymerch.com so you can stop looking like a slobbering pig. Let's see some more Dave Rubin big brain takes. These are the top 10 Dave Rubin moments from 2020. Compilation courtesy of Dave Rubin Clips. I am acknowledging right now that, some of them I'm sure they don't have full context, but you know what? We can laugh. All right, let's see.
Kathy Ann, she's a filmmaker. She said Pence needs to stop mansplaining, dominating, and gaslighting the women tonight. There's a lot there. You got my feelings on the mansplaining part of it, but the gaslight.
That's pretty cringy. You know what? God. I hate when I have to start this shit out and then it's like they find the one tweet that's just no more of that man-sitting, mansplaining. No more of that shit, please. End that crap in 2021, okay? But the good part here is how well he understands what it means to be gaslit.
You got my feelings on the mansplaining part of it, but the gaslighting is when, in effect, it's a phrase that sort of was born online because it's the idea that you go sort of so over the top with your response to somebody that it burns down the whole house. So instead of making like a cogent point, if you're arguing with somebody, instead of making like just a sensible point, you gaslight them, meaning you just say something so crazy or so over the top that you just destroyed the whole thing. Does that seem like what Mike Pence, quiet Mike Pence?
I would let this guy be. I would let this guy be my therapist. Okay, yeah. For those of you watching or listening that actually don't know, that's not the definition of gaslighting at all. They put the definition up here in the compilation. It's a form of psychological manipulation in which a person or a group covertly sows seeds of doubt in a targeted individual or group, making them question their own memory, perception, or judgment. So it's a mental health abuse and a way to make someone essentially believe that they are crazy or going crazy. And actually, Rubin, the term originates from, I believe, and I could be wrong on this, but I looked into it a little while ago because I wanted to find out why. It came from some situation where there was a woman who, her husband, he was trying to convince her that she was crazy. And what he would do is he would take the gas on the light, or it was on the stove. I think it was like a gas light. Yeah, gas light. Over time, throughout increments, he would brighten it ever so slightly. And if she noticed it, he would be like, what are you talking about? It's been like this the whole time. Like, Dave Rubin wasn't even in the ballpark. Like, he just took away like what like the kindergartner would think if they heard, what do you think gaslighting means? Maybe like an explosion.
It doesn't matter why you want an 8-month abortion, you can have an 8-month abortion. Well, now generally those are the people who also will tell you that they're for gay people. Now, when science is able to actually identify the sexuality of a child,
Oh boy.
and now a Christian conservative, forget Christian conservative, and says I found out that I'm 8 months pregnant and my child is gay, but I don't want a gay child. I should be allowed to have an abortion. The lefty's going to say yes. I don't know. They're going to have to pick. Am I for gay people or am I for abortion?
Well, you could already make this argument, right? Like, does he think the left would be like, oh, well, the woman said she wants to get an abortion because she didn't want a black child, but abortion, her right, like, he's like creating some insane hypothetical situation just so he can then point at some imagined hypocrisy. It's so fucking desperate.
They're going to have to pick.
And look, this lady, her face, she's just like, why did I invite this guy on? Oh my God.
So you have to confront them with these ethical dilemmas, and usually you'll watch their heads explode because they're not that good at thinking these things through.
What would you do? What would you do if my completely arbitrary and totally made up and hypothetical situation happened? Don't have an answer, right? Ha! Checkmate, liberals.
I dare make a pro-Trump comment. I don't know if I'm allowed.
Will certainly be censored by the Ministry of Truth on the internet.
Somebody's not going to be happy about this. But
dude, they can't even go for like a fucking millisecond without harping on about this conservative shit. Can I say a pro-Trump comment? Yeah, guys, as we all know, you're not allowed to make pro-Trump comments on social media platforms.
if I'm allowed.
Will certainly be
Michael
censored by
Michael Numbskull, more like it, will be censored by the Ministry of Truth if you say something pro-Trump. Of course, it's on PragerU. So funny that all these fuckers that constantly harp on about big tech always have some kind of a financial incentive for there to be a belief that they are being censored by big tech. Really weird, right? I don't know. You'd think for the conservatives who like are willing to look at a conspiracy at like anything, anytime they don't know something, they're like, peculiar, strange, Well, isn't this a little eye-opening here? They're like, yeah, our overlords at big tech. We can't really don't say anything too loud. My entire fucking conservative brand on YouTube with 2 million plus subscribers.
if we're going to say trust the scientists, which is a silly notion, right? There's a lot of
No, it's not a silly notion to trust scientists.
evil scientists out there. There's a lot of bad guy scientists out there. Have you ever seen a science fiction movie? I mean, not every scientist is right about everything. And by the way,
Yo, guys, would you really want to go on an airplane? I mean, have you ever watched Star Wars? Don't trust the scientists, because in movies, sometimes scientists can be bad. Okay, Dave, well, I guess we shouldn't trust the president, because in movies, presidents can be bad, and in real life, actually. I guess we shouldn't trust police, because I've seen some movies about policemen being bad. There's a lot of evil scientists out there. Movies have also made sure to include evil scientists. So we should not trust scientists in the real world because a movie made it. Okay.